We're being joined now by women's head golf coach here at William Penn University, Nick Rule. And Coach Rule, coming off your opener for the spring season, a home meet down at the Preserve at Lake Rathbun. Talk to us about that, another second place finish for the girls.
Yeah, we're getting really good at finishing second place, but we fell behind Bellevue. Bellevue's the number 9 team in the nation. We were actually beating them after 9 holes by 6 shots. They just played really well on the back. Actually, they had one girl really played really well, and she shot 32 on the back side. And, overall, for our first event of the year, I would say that it's a good event. I mean, it's a good result. Shooting 320 is a top 20 score. That's where we should be, 320 and under. I mean, when your number one doesn't shoot your lowest score and you have a freshman come in and shoot a 76, that's what our team's all about, picking each other up when some of us aren't playing our best, and that's what we did. So, I mean, overall, it was a good result. Our second team finished 4th. They finished right behind Viterbo's varsity. They also beat Clark's varsity and AIB's varsity, so our second team actually beat several teams in our conference. But overall, I mean, it's a good thing to build off of. The Preserve is a beautiful course. We're now calling it our home course. It's our second home course to Edmondson and Harvest Point. But it's not really a home course, so when we go in there and play it, it wasn't like we've played there a ton. Eventually we will start playing there a lot more, but yeah, it was a home tournament, but it was somewhat of a foreign course to us still. So I don't think that necessarily we look at that 320 and say, oh, it's a little bit lower because of home course advantage. It's just not the case. But overall, we're happy with the finish.
You mentioned a freshman who stood out, Jean Yang, who led your team in scoring, finished second overall in the tournament, was named Conference Player of the Week. She's really come on here in the spring. Talk about her progression.
God, Jing Yang, what a great kid, first off. Jing is just, she's the prime example of a humble and dedicated athlete. And because of that humility and because of that level-headedness, she's been able to improve so quickly. It's hard to believe that when we broke fall camp, in August, Jing was our number 7 player on the team, and now she's our number 3 player, and she's really close to her 2 and 1 as well. So, Jing, Conference Player of the Week, well deserved. 76 at a really tough course, and 30-mile-an-hour winds. Good job. I mean, that's awesome. I mean, we're stoked about it. But she is a perfect example of our freshman class. Our freshman class is deep. They're talented. And they are going to be a big part, all of them are going to be a big part as we move forward in the next 4 years. Because we don't just want to be good for 1 year. We want to have a William Penn basketball, Coach Henry type program to where we're good every single year. And so Jing and the rest of our freshmen are going to be a big part, and you're going to be hearing all their names in the next 4 years.
Right, that's always good to have a lot of young depth. You guys don't get a week off. You're going to be heading to the Graceland Invitational this weekend. Talk a little bit about what a good result would be for you as a coach going down there this weekend.
Yeah, we're taking one team. A lot of times we take 2 teams because both our teams can compete. But we're taking one today. It's a very large tournament, so we're only able to bring a team. Our 5, pretty much the same 5 as last week. We're going to play Maggie Yang at the 1, Demi Kutza at the 2, Jean Yang will be at the 3, Courtney Cunningham, another one of those freshmen that we've talked about, is going to be at the 4. Then Alexandria Eckenrod will be at the 5. Graceland, like I said, 14 teams in the field. A good result for us this weekend would be getting this second place monkey off our back. We need to win the tournament this weekend. Not necessarily we need to, but we'd like to win the tournament this weekend. It's a field that we can play well in, and I feel if our girls go out and they take care of business and they work on what we worked on this week, we'll have a good result. And, we looked at the statistics, Coach Latos and I, from last week, and looked at where we really need to improve. And it's par 4s. Out of our team, we had 10 players playing in the field last week, and only 3 out of our 10 were in the top 10 in par 3s. Now, if you look at, par 4s. Now, if you look at par 3s and par 5s, we had 5 out of our 10 players playing in the tournament in the top 10. So par 3s and par 5s we're not having issues with, but par 4s, we are having some issues with. So yesterday we spent a lot of time playing par 4s and 100 yards and in, because those are the 2 places where we're going to be able to improve upon that result. So I feel like we're going to have some good results. The other 5-6 players are going to be staying back here and preparing for our tournament on Tuesday. But we're feeling pretty confident about where we're at. We just got to continue to continue this chip on our shoulder, and I think we'll be in a good position. So the Graceland tournament's going to be interesting to talk about next week to see how we finished.
All right. Well, you guys have a very busy schedule here in the early part of the spring. Good luck down in Graceland, and we'll talk to you next week.
Appreciate your coverage, Emery.